Welcome.
Hi children, welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Today I am going to explain you social assignment of class 9. Topic is atmosphere. In this, let us discuss questions from the subtopic, that is air pressure and the pressure belts. It is assignment 5. Our first question is all about what are the relation between water breeze and land breezes. Here we need to understand first there is a land-water relationship where the land heats faster than the sea. Land heats faster than the sea. The land which is deep inland heats. Like inland areas are nothing but the regions which are not near to the coastal areas, they are called as inland, and that areas heats faster than the land near the sea, right? Our second point, the air above the land gets heated more quickly. Land above the area, like land which it is going to get heated more quickly, water takes more time to heat. So it's nothing but like where the land is going to absorb the heat faster than the water body, and it is quickly it is going to absorb the heat. Land cools faster and water cools down in comparison to land. Yes, here the other point is in comparison to the land, water takes much time to get cool. And at the same time, the last point is about the heating and cooling is happening. Yes, the heating and cooling is happening at different places at different level, and the different rates, they are going to have differences in like a comparison to the land and water based on the altitudes also. Let us move on to the question number 2. Here, question number 2, what is the intertropical convergence zone? It is nothing but ITCZ, right? So when we take globe, it is 0 degrees latitude, equator. It is also called as low pressure belt, low pressure, and subtropical high pressure belt, subtropical high pressure belt, subtropical high pressure belt. Here, like I need to explain you in a clear manner that, so what is ITCZ? ITCZ is nothing but 0 degrees latitude, equator, and it is equatorial low pressure belt, subtropical high pressure belt, subtropical high pressure belt. These are poles, and actually we call it as a points, like North Pole and the Southern Pole. As one clarity, like latitudes and the longitudes, latitudinal and the longitudinal extent children here, where like as we move towards the poles, say for example from the equatorial region to the poles, like when the altitude increases, annual temperature is going to come down. For every 1000 meters, 6 degrees of temperature will come down. This is like but at the same time here, winds are constantly moving all over the world. Yes, they are constantly moving all over the world in directions, different directions, and at the same time at the equator the high temperature heats up. Yes, at the equator the high temperature, because of the high temperature, that is the reason subtropical high pressure belts, which it moves, which it gives rise to the low pressure areas. That is the reason winds are moving from high pressure to the low pressure areas, and at the same time creating lower pressure at the earth's surface around the equator. Yes, because of this the temperature, where we could see the high temperature near the equator here, whereas the other regions, the pressure of the earth's surface around the equator is creating the low pressure. This low pressure belt is called as equatorial low pressure belt. This is called as equatorial low pressure belt, and this is nothing but, this is said to be ITCZ, intertropical convergence zone. This is all about second question children. Let us move on to the third. Here, like we need to understand in the northern hemisphere. Yes, children. Say for example it is a globe where the winds which are moving right to the northern hemisphere and left to the southern hemisphere. So this is called as Coriolis effect, and it is also called as zero effect, children. Where the northern hemisphere to the left and the northern hemisphere to the right and the southern hemisphere to the left. This is because of the impact of the Earth's rotation and on its own axis. That is the one which it is the impact of the Earth's rotation on its own axis. This effect is called as Coriolis effect, and Coriolis effect is also called as zero effect. Zero effect. This is all about today's assignment, children. Thank you all.